I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast was recorded, the Monaro and Ngarigo people. We'd also like to pay respects to elders past, present and emerging.
We celebrate Further Faster. They've been with us since day one, and we're going to shout out Rocky from Further Faster, who knocked the bastard off the 50k at Ultra Trail Kosciuszko. How was he, Ali?
He looked great, to be honest. I saw him before his race. Seemed pretty cool, calm and collected. And then I'm pretty sure I saw him at the finish line too, looking sweet. So, yeah, walk in the park for him.
And we will never talk about whatever happened in between those two moments.
No. No.
What goes on trail stays on trail.
Exactly.
But the point is, he owns the best independently owned outdoor store in the known universe. He's the real deal. He's out there. He's cycling, he's running, he's tramping, he's hiking, he's running ultra marathons. You're not going to get that with your big box store, are you? So go to furtherfaster.co.nz. They're incredible. We're heading into summer. Big races are on the horizon. They've got what you need. Go to furtherfaster.co.nz or visit them at 57A Buchan Street, Sydenham, Otatahi, Christchurch. And once again, Rocky, congratulations, brother. This has been a long time coming, and we're so stoked for you.
It goes something like Further Faster, they're in Christchurch. Rocky is hairy and so is Badger. Jules is nice and Jacob is delicious. Go to Further Faster now.
Oh, Further Faster, they're in Christchurch. Rocky is hairy and so is Badger. Jules is nice and Jacob is delicious.
Go to Further Faster now.
Dirt Church Radio.
Episode 353 of Dirt Church Radio, your trail and ultra marathon podcast. I'm Matt Raymond.
I'm Ali Pottinger.
And I'm Andrew McDowell.
So it all appears that we are in a place where the weather isn't that great. How's your weather, Ali?
Yeah, it's probably the same, to be honest. I thought that I'd get back to Canberra and it'd be pretty sweet, but it's kind of 18 degrees with cold winds and the occasional shower, and it doesn't know what it wants to do. Yeah, what about you guys?
That's a good day in Canberra, isn't it, mate?
Aw.
Turn it up, turn it up.
I love Canberra as well. Do you know one of the things I love most about Canberra is that there's a suburb of Canberra named Yass.
Yes.
Okay.
Yass, Yass. How's the weather in Tamaki, Andrew?
Well, I have towels all over my floor because my house was built in 1904 and leaks like a sieve when it rains as heavy as it just has in the last 2 hours. So I don't love that amount of rain. Yeah, I'll fix my roof one day. Anyone got 20 grand lying around? That'd be great.
I do actually.
Thanks, man.
We were out I've got a trust fund. We were out in the forest before with the dogs, and it was raining so hard that the puppy Rocket was cowering. Ooh. He was his tail tucked between his legs, his ears, poor little Poppet's ears peeled back. It was hectic, and it is muggier than two rats rooting in a wool sock. I tell you what, it is nasty here. It is
that was
hot.
Delightful.
It is swamp. Well, prove me wrong. I'll wait.
I've never heard that saying before, and I wonder where you're going with it. And, yep, pretty cool.
So we're hot and wet, you're cold and wet. But, Ali, tell us, I mean...
Anyone had any sleep this weekend?
I've had heaps. How's your weekend been, mate? What have you been up to?
It has been a big old long weekend. So, been up at Ultra Trail Kosciuszko in the Snowy Mountains on the microphone there. And, yeah, it's been good fun, kind of, yeah, big days. Thursday, so it starts on a Thursday, the race, which is quite different, so I totally lose track of the days. So we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday are the races, and, yeah, just catching up with people. And actually one of the cool things, I think I messaged you guys, was that I had lots of people come up to me just saying, like, they absolutely love listening to us and that we do a great job and thank you, and wanting photos, which is weird. But it was like, it's actually nice because I was like, oh, I didn't realise I had all these friends that I didn't know about. So it's really cool.
Is this Australians saying nice things about us?
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
We really have broken barriers, haven't we? This is great.
We have. And so what was the race like? I mean, I will admit, so I am at a place of, if there was a Venn diagram and there were three things and I was in the middle where FOMO was, that would be me. So there's Ultra Trail Kosciuszko, and I totally, right, like I serve at the pleasure. I'm so stoked that Nick and Bero and you and Martin got and ripped it up there. But man, it was like, I didn't get to go to the circus this year. And Lola, our daughter, who, you know, those of you who've been hanging in for Dirt Church Radio for a while, you know, she's busted out a couple of trail marathons. She interviewed Chris McDougall. She spoke to Eric Orton. She's been around. She's in Japan at the moment. So she's just gone. She's self-funded a trip to Japan with her best friend since like kindergarten. They've gone for 3 weeks. So they left on the weekend and now are getting like barraged with photos of cool stuff in Japan. So
you just had ultimate FOMO weekend. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Matt.
it's been FOMO squared. Yeah,
we did miss you, but Japan, is she just on a holiday?
Holiday. Yep.
What's she doing?
Yep. What was she doing before? She was in Shibuya at that famous crossing with the cat.
Yeah.
So just hanging out, just living her best life. So
yay for her.
Beyond proud. But look, what was Kosci like? Was it cold and hot, cold and rainy, hot, cold? What was it? What was the vibe? Was it snowing?
It was. So the first Thursday, Friday were beautiful days, but they were quite windy, but you know, like mountainous windy. So very cold, and good running conditions probably when you're down in the valleys, a little bit trickier up top, but they had epic snow drifts that they got to run across and stuff. So that there's some beautiful photos come out of that, and so that was pretty cool. And then Saturday it kind of all turned to custard a bit with the rain and hail and electrical storms. But you know what? Like, if it was easy, everybody would do it, eh?
I saw a bunch of like content of people finishing in all their compulsory gear again, like waterproof pants, seam seal jacket. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah. So Saturday night, I said to Martin, I'm going to count how many layers I've got on, and I had 6 layers on my top, and I think I had 4 on the bottom. Yeah. So I looked like a Michelin man. I was just like, yeah, it's cold.
I thought it was fun seeing some of the social media. They do a good job there with sort of, you know, like following the runners just as they're coming in, you know, like the view of the last few hundred meters to the finish line for the 100K winner and things like that. And I really find that stuff good because I think an important part of running these really long races is that visualization of the finish. Because I think if you get to a point where you're really low halfway through a race and you're sort of trying to find those things that will pull you out and stop you from, beware of the chair. Sometimes that visualization of like, yeah, but just what's it going to feel like when you're running those last 200 meters, when you're going under the arches, when everyone's there cheering, like what's that going to feel like? And sometimes that's what really, pulls you out of that fug. And I think seeing it actually following the people coming through to that finish line and filming them and showing you that hopefully inspires and helps other people figure out ways to get the job done when you're at that low point in the middle of a race.
I firmly believe Kosci is an underrated race. 4th year this year?
Yes, so next year will be 5th.
Yeah.
So
it feels like it's getting embedded, but people, I've certainly... Every time we've been there, it's been epic, and the conditions have been epic for different reasons. But my goodness, it's just. Have you had any sleep?
I have had some sleep. I had a pretty good sleep last night.
What were your shifts? Were you the night train or were you?
So Thursday, I did the 30 and the 50K start, so that was quite an early start. I think we left about 5 a.m. from Threadbow to drive around to Perisher, and then wrapped up there about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then that day went on from 4 o'clock in the afternoon till finish, when our last finishers came in for the 50K. Then Saturday was 2 p.m. till 2 a.m. Oh, no, so was that Friday? Friday, and then Saturday was 10 a.m. until 4 o'clock when our final finishes came in. Yeah. So, yeah, that...
Any last-minute heroics? Someone coming in with, 45 seconds left on the clock? Was there any of that?
There wasn't any last-minute heroics. There was some funny stuff. Like one guy came in, like keeping in mind, right, I've talked about snowdrifts and I've talked about how absolutely cold it was and having 6 layers and stuff. One, I can't remember, I think he was a 100K finisher. He came in wearing a pair of sandals and I was like, mate, how cold were your feet? And he was like, oh, yeah, the snowdrifts were pretty cold, eh?
Wow.
Once they're numb, right? It doesn't matter.
Well, there was the dude who did the 50 last year, remember? And he just did them in he did it in a banana hammock. Like, that was all he was wearing. He had his, do you remember that? Yeah. He was such a nice, he was a lovely, lovely human being, by the way, as well.
Like a mankini? What do you mean by banana hammock?
Just
like
a pair of
budgie smugglers.
Just budgie smugglers, mate.
I turned around at the start line and
he
I
was
was
trying
like,
to kind of pin his bib on. He was like, because, he's living his best life. But, incredible. Because you finished down that hill too. Like, that's the thing. Like, I talked to Rocky. We talked about it in the ad, but I talked to Rocky the next day. I was like, how'd you pull up, mate? He said, I was so sore because the last point of that race, you go up Dead Horse Gap up to the Eagle's Nest, which is like the second highest point in Australia, and then you come in straight back down the ski slope. Just blitzing the legs. Incredible. And then, your travels, you're home for like a night, and then we're going to Nelson.
Spectacle. Yeah. So it's good. It's a big patch of time, but it's going to be a good patch of time. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Oh, I do have to tell you a funny story. So there are a few moments where I had quite unintended, inappropriate, but really hilarious things that came out of my mouth on the microphone. And
bound to
one
happen.
of them was, one of them was at, I can't remember which start line it was. It was either the 30 or the 50K. And every start line, we always have a bit of banter about how it's like a mullet, right? Business at the front, party at the back. And
I am familiar with that, yes.
Yeah. The serious Matt's got the mullet. The serious pants runners are at the front, all kind of being serious and thinking about their big race and how they're going to throw it out. And then you get further back and people were like just having a laugh. So
I just want a serious runner to be cool. That's what I want.
They are
cool. Yes, they are. They're their own animal, but they're not having a laugh at the start, are they? And you want them to have a laugh. Like that third to fifth wave, that's the party time, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've got through the first 2 waves at this race, and then I'm like, so team, we must be mid-head now. And then I'm like, oh no, I just said mid-head. And so then I was like, crown, we're at the crown.
Oh, God.
And then I was thinking,
the crown of mid-head.
If I don't say anything about being mid-head, nobody will notice, so I'm fine.
Were you going for mid-pack? Is that what you're going for?
Well,
No, she was making the mullet reference. So this is the front of the mullet here. And if anyone can hear that scratching into the mic, that's the front, right?
Yeah.
And there's the back.
Yeah, there's the back of the mullet. It's all
And
fluffy.
here is the mid-head.
It's mid-head. Or the crown.
Or the crown.
I got it now. Okay, sorry, a bit slow.
Some ideas don't
think
translate over the mic, or maybe they do.
So yeah, I'll try not to do that again.
It's amazing, Andrew. You have been very clear in the past about you're not a crowd guy.
No.
If ever you want to, it's almost like one of the 4 pillars of being in trail running is being on the mic at an event. It's pretty cool. Like if you ever want to give it a shot. But it's 12-hour shifts. That's a lot. 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. is a long time. Were you getting sleep? Were you fighting the sleep monsters or?
No, do you know, normally I try and avoid sugar and stuff like that because then you end up feeling trash after an event. But this time I was like, I've got to stay up till 2 a.m., which is really New Zealand 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a Coca-Cola, and me on Coca-Cola was great. I was like, full caffeine, sugar, happy days, made it through till 2 a.m. I was stoked with life.
And the
Yeah.
athlete services, do they look after you?
Of course they do. They're amazing. Although some of them were out running. So Ben and Sarah were doing the 100K. So they had a little internal Ironman race going on. 4 of the Ironman team were doing the 100K, and they were like, who's going to come in first? And so it was pretty cool. Pretty fun.
And what about you, Andrew? How's your recovery after the Y2K going?
Andrew from the future here. Since Matt asked about Y2K, I wanted to just talk about something that was mentioned on the Aid Station podcast last week. I was asked what I thought of the course marking, and I gave it a rather sort of not much thought put into it, 3 out of 10, as almost a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction sometimes when you're really close to when the race actually happened and maybe you're still feeling things a bit. That 3 out of 10 is grossly unfair. It certainly wasn't fair to Gareth and all the work that him and his team put into making an event like this happen. So apologies to everyone in the team involved, and nobody got lost. Everything was fine, and it was a heck of an adventure. So, yeah, I hope your curiosity has been piqued and you get on down there and give it a go sometime. All right, then, back to the show. I walked straight into a horrendous work week and no chance whatsoever to sort of get any rest. So it's just been go, go, go. Wife's birthday yesterday as well. So just go, go, go. And trying to get running
Happy
in.
birthday, Emma.
Yeah,
Really.
birthday,
Yeah.
Emma. I went for a few runs, but I'd get fortunately, just over 4 kilometres.
Oh, no.
Over the
Just
K
by
point.
chance. It was just by chance. I wasn't aiming for it. It wasn't a target. It's not a target.
Oh, Andrew.
It's a goal.
And-
It's a state of mind.
Disgusting.
And I was just like, oh, mate, I feel so crap. I'm just calling it now. And I just, make a beeline back to the house or the car, wherever I was, often at cricket training. And I just haven't been able to get it's actually the legs are fine. The legs are fine, but the cardiovascular system's knackered. And so you've got to listen to it, even though I've got Kepler in 6 days. There's not much I can really do anyway. Just actually the best thing I can do is not that much. Try and get as recovered as possible. Because I know I can run 60K, but there's racing 60K and then there's surviving 60K, and I'd rather race it. So I think the trick there will be to just basically continue resting and recovering till Saturday and just see how it goes. But yeah, it definitely beat me up a lot more than I thought it would. Plus, I guess just getting a bit older, you don't bounce back from these races quite like I used to. It's my little sob story for you. But at least I made
It's
it to
really
4K.
taken. That's not a sub story. It's amazing that you did that, and then you're going to go to Kepler. It's taken root, this 4 kilometre thing. I've had the best week of running movement I've had in months. Right, I know something's happened. Turn the corner, and I started work a bit late because I had to take the dogs to the vet checkups and vaccinations and stuff like that. And I was like, right, I took them for a walk in the morning, and I was like, right, I've got this window. I'm going to get out and do a cheeky little trail run. And I found myself going, oh, shit, I hope it's more than 4K. I had this loop in mind.
That's how it should be.
Exactly. I was like, God damn it, it's there. He's in my brain. He got in.
I think I did the same in Threadbow, Matt. I think I was like, bloody Andrew. I want to turn around now. I don't have a massive time window, but Andrew.
It'll make a difference in the long run. You'll thank me later. Yep, that's right. hate me now, thank me later.
But it's about kudos. It's not about cardiovascular fitness
can be about
or anything.
both.
All those
It can
things
be
do
about
matter.
both, yeah.
Absolutely. It's the kudos that I wanted.
Purely about Andrew's approval.
Yeah. I just
That's
wanted
it.
that little bit of kudos.
The problem is, as I think a lot of runners know, is when they when you're feeling, you don't I've had a few days off this week. I haven't been running very well. You're not on Strava very much. And I know when you're injured, you don't even want to know about Strava because everyone's out having amazing runs and everything. And I'm a Grinch when it comes I'm not opening that app. So I haven't actually been giving that much kudos regardless of how far you've gone this week. I'm very sorry about that. So I'll try and do
Matt
better.
could have swum the Cook Strait.
Could have swum the, wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I didn't. I didn't. You've been not only commentating, you've been Dirt Church radioing while you've been at Kosciuszko. So who do we have to talk to this week? Who did you catch up with?
So I caught up with Nicole pre-race, Nic Bunyon. She's founder of Running Mums Australia. So we had a bit of a chat about what was to come. And then I talked to Martin Gaffuri,
The Honey Buzzard.
The Honey Buzzard. We laughed again at the photo of the Honey Buzzard.
Why? Sorry, just for first timers.
So last
what does that
time
mean?
we were in Ultra Trail Australia, Mr. Ruth Croft. Last time we were in Australia together, we were thinking about like it was more of a. If you'd listened to the aid station last week, we were talking about what sort of birds we'd be, and we were trying to come up with a cool name for Martin and stumbled upon the Australian Honey Buzzard.
Because he spends summer in France, summer in New Zealand. So he's migrating between the two countries.
That's what a honey buzzard does?
Yeah.
Probably not, but if you look
okay.
at
It
him,
does.
he's
Okay, it does. There we go.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It spends most of the New Zealand winter in Annecy in France, preparing to run UTMB, and then it goes to Lake Hawea and plucks possums.
Yeah. So where were we? So talking to Martin, who has had a big year, right? Like he does the commentary at UTMB, like you said, Mr. Ruth Croft. So it was really fun chatting with him and just getting an insight into his kind of take on the sport and what's going on. We talked a bit about live coverage, which was quite interesting, just kind of hearing the intricacies of that and
Cool.
the hardware versus the software and what it takes to be one of the live coverage runners or bikers. So talked with him. And probably should have talked with him for longer because we can talk all day. But it was great catching up with him again. Oh, and his flight back actually to New Zealand was cancelled. And I was like, oh, mate, what happened? He said, one of the baggage carts in Queenstown Airport accidentally drove into the plane and damaged the engine, so they couldn't let the plane fly. I was like, oh, that person would be in so much trouble. He delayed flight back to New Zealand. But anyway, caught up with Martin. And then, of course, the wonderful Lucy Bartholomew, caught up with her after her race. On the next day, she was out there kind of cheering and supporting runners. So we had a good old catch up on the mic, and also talked with a lovely lady called Belle, who came up and said, I am a massive fan. I love listening to Dirt Church. I just love you guys. And I was like, hey, would you like to come and actually have a chat on DCR?
Turn the table on you.
Yeah. So she had a chat about what she was doing at Kosci, and yeah, it was really neat.
So before we crack into that, what we should do is probably crack into this.
It's the greatest run ever. It's the greatest run ever.
Greatest run ever. This is the part of the show where we ask you to write into us and tell us your greatest run ever. Doesn't have to be a race or a mountain summit. Might just be a run around the block. Something that's sung to you for some reason. Send them in to us at dirtchurchradio@gmail.com. And this greatest run ever is from Carol Robertson, and it is dedicated to one Andrew McDowell.
Oh, great. Oh, God. Oh, no. What did she say?
You have to listen to it to find out, mate.
Oh, I'm curious now.
Greatest run ever. Because runs aren't about results. They're about the memories shared, the highs and the lows, the camaraderie, the learnings, and the desire to always improve. 24 hours, world champs, Albi in France. Representing your country is a huge honour and something never to be taken for granted. The world champs in Albi was a chance for redemption after an injury-stricken race 2 years prior. The conditions, I would say, were perfect. Starting in gloves and arm warmers, the temperature quickly rose to what I call perfect running weather. The Poms and Canadians were dripping sweat and using ice bandanas. My shirt was barely wet. The race was going perfectly to plan. The goal always to keep 6-minute K pace for as long as possible. Usually this lasts about 12 hours, but on this day I just kept going, keeping to my run 2 laps, which is 3 kilometres, walk 200 metres, while taking in nutrition and repeat. I didn't even reach for the music for at least 10 hours. The distance was flying by. The stomach turned a little at 8 to till 10 hours, but I got back on track. At 18 hours, it turned again, and I started failing my nutrition plan, not eating. This can only go on for so long, and I knew the consequences if I failed to eat, but I didn't want to take anything in. 200 kilometres clicked by in 20.5 hours. I was flying, but knew my body would fail at some point. It only took another 2 laps. I stopped in the team tent, lay down. I was done. My legs were shaking. I felt like I would collapse out on the course if I continued, and I had been vomiting the last hour or so, and nothing had stayed down. Step in the crew. 2 of the girls had been medically pulled from the race hours earlier, but they'd returned to the course and were walking it out. I was convinced to join them. Flanked on either side, the girls held me up. We walked, I vomited, we laughed, I cried. The final 3 hours flew by, and it is a memory I will never forget. The final lap, we were draped in NZ flags. This is what it's all about. Ultra running is far from a solo sport. Those photos, walking with the girls, Dawn and Viv, is a memory I will forever cherish, and that is what has made this my greatest run ever. Until Japan, hopefully, sharing some laps with Andrew. So that was a sweetie greatest run ever, right? And dedicated to Andrew McDowell, which I think is quite cute. I don't remember in the 7 years of Dirt Church Radio either Eugene or myself or indeed Ali ever having a DCR greatest run ever dedicated to them.
We're a tight bunch, our 24-hour people.
Gang, we're getting a bit low again. We're getting a bit low. Send them in. Greatest run ever. Don't come up to us and tell us you're going to do it, because a lot of you do. Just send them in. Greatest run ever. dirtchurchradio@gmail.com. Please, please, please. We've got a couple in the bank, but we love hearing them. And I was reflecting today when I was on my run. It's been over 7 years of Dirt Church Radio, and we've never gone a week without a greatest run ever. So,
Whoa.
yeah, send them in, and you can read them on the website too. But look, without further delay, let's crack into Ali Pottinger's adventures at Ultra Trail Kosciuszko by UTMB.
Hey team, I am joining you from the beautiful alpine area of Thredbo in New South Wales, Australia, here for Ultra Trail Kosciuszko. It looks like it's going to be a cold one, and I am joined by Nic Bunyon, who is on the commentary team and first time at Kosci. Is that right, Nicole?
First time.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Thredbo so far?
Well, beautiful. I'm looking out the window now in my apartment and I can see snow on the top of the peaks of the mountains. So it's absolutely glorious. It's a beautiful day. Yes, it is going to be cold, but I'm prepared. I brought my whole house with me, so I've got plenty of options for layers. But yeah, beautiful, and even wildlife. I saw some deer as I was driving in, so I'm looking forward to seeing some wildlife and just amazing runners and running community this week.
It's pretty cool. Like on the way here, I stay with a friend each year, and she's like, "Oh, it's blueberry season, so Ali will be here soon." And she was saying, "Oh, do you still love it?" Because she's like, "You've been doing this a long time," and I was like, "Yeah, I do," because these are some of the most special moments in people's lives. Like, it's pretty neat to be, although like we're standing at a finish line in the cold when it's not even going to hit 10 degrees all day in all the weathers. So like that side of it is not so appealing, but getting to be there to see those expressions on people's faces and know what's gone into working towards it, that's where you get your hit. Hey, like it's pretty exciting. What's it like for you, Nicole?
Well, you're right. Like standing at a finish line, especially in my shifts, which a lot of them are going to be in the dark in the middle of the night, is quite uncomfortable. But I feel like it's a privilege to be there, even if it is uncomfortable, because seeing the face of someone who's gone through that journey, like running through the night and the day and then the night again, especially in, the longer races, it's just a privilege to see someone who's tried so hard to get to the end. And I know myself, like I've run a few 100Ks, what it takes to get to that start line and what it takes to finish and just the highs and the lows along the way. So for me, this is almost, I'm going to say, more special than running myself because I actually get to feel those experiences of other people. So I really love seeing that. I love seeing all different types of people having a go, from all walks of life and all ages coming through that finish line. And of course, this time I'll get to see them as well on the start line.
Yeah.
And I can draw on my experience of what that feels like to be on a start line.
Yeah.
Kind of nervous and excited and all those emotions rolled into one when you know you don't really know even what's fully going to unfold in the day ahead.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's
Yeah, you don't like it. Shit could go sideways.
It totally can.
It often does. But that's part of the mystery, right,
Yeah.
of this long distance running is that you're like, well, how am I going to problem solve? Like, what's going to happen? What's the weather going to be like?
And you may get all weather here. Like, I think you're going to get every
Oh, my
season.
goodness.
Today I've had every
Yeah.
season driving down.
Yeah.
So you be prepared for everything. But I think having those sort of races where everything doesn't always go perfect is a really good race. Like, I feel like it's good to be able to problem solve and navigate through those challenges and then come out the other side and have a story to tell.
Yeah, it draws on your resilience. And like, I think that's, those hard races are the ones that you're like, man, I learned a lot about myself there. Or I learned that I actually could keep going when I didn't think I could. Yeah. So they're pretty special, even though they really suck at the time.
Yeah. But you'll always remember it.
Yeah, you always remember it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we're full of excitement and nervous anticipation and apprehension about what's to come. It's quite funny being early before an event and you just remember how much goes into it. Like I was just, yesterday walking around and there's already portaloos here and crowdies and the course has been marked for like a week now and people have been shoveling snow to make trails for people. And it just always reminds me like, race day, when you're a runner, you don't see these things. But when you're here around the event or after the event, you're like, oh yeah, it's quite an effort to put it together.
Yeah, the team are amazing. They work so hard behind the scenes and I don't think, people realize how much goes into an event like this. There's just so many moving parts, so many people in the chat behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There's people coming from here and there. I mean, even our own team, our own commentary team are coming from all sorts of places at different times. But everyone works together and to pull off such an amazing event. So, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we'll do a little animal bingo. So far we've seen deer.
Yes, we didn't hit the deer, so that's a tick. Because
long may that last.
Yes, let's hope so.
We've got some late night, early morning driving ahead of us.
We do.
But no, it'd be interesting to see anyway.
Maybe a wombat.
I love wombats. Absolutely love them. So hopefully we see one, but just not when
Not
it's
in
on
front
the
of the
road.
car.
Yeah, not in front of the car. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, let's crack on. We'll go have a wine before the race
Sounds
starts.
like a plan.
Well, we have just finished the start line of the Kosci 50K and the vibes were super high. Lots of happy runners smiling. We must have dished out an ultra marathon worth of high fives.
Yep,
and
already.
I am joined by the Honey Buzzard, Martin Gaffuri, who is a fellow MC at UTK, but also all over the show. Hey, Martin.
Yeah, it's been good to be back once again at UTK. I think third time for us both.
Yeah.
And always a special place in Perisher. We were lucky with the weather. A bit cold, a bit windy, but the sun is out and people were stoked. So, good times.
It's funny because we're at a ski hub, right? Like it's a different kind of vibe to other start lines that we work at.
Yeah, and it's good that they can be all sheltered as they wait, but they behaved as soon as we asked them to actually get onto it's about like herding cat at the beginning of a race, and they were like, all right, come to the line. But yeah, they were good.
And you've worked at a lot of events this season, like UTMB is obviously the biggest shiny diamond. How does Ultra Trail Kosciuszko compare to the other events that you've worked at?
Well, I mean, Ultra Kosciuszko is UTK by UTMB, so
Yeah.
it is actually part of the UTMB World Series. So from that standpoint, like it is that kind of big international event with like super professional approach, super well handled as always by the Ironman Oceania team. Like love these guys, love to work with them, and and so. Yeah, it's funny because we've had this conversation at previous UTMB events this season where you feel like they really want to keep the local vibe, local energy, recognizing, we had Iris doing the blessings at the start. And they care a great deal to keep that and maintain that, and then just add a layer of, their obviously their work is putting on like international events, so they're bringing with this level of professionalism, but do not take over. And I think that to their credit is a fantastic approach. And so having been to events like obviously UTMB Mont Blanc, but like the Chihuahua by UTMB, which is a new race in Mexico. And man, the vibes were insane. And in Copa Canyon, where, one of the birth place of ultra running with the Tarahumara and the Raramuri. So yeah, plenty of really good experiences in the UTMB World Series, and then also like some of the other races that I do, but more for the live commentary than emceeing.
Yeah.
With like Golden Trail Series, there was Worlds this time, World Trail Majors, a bit of everything. Yeah.
And has that just ramped up for you? Like you've always been doing commentary, right? But do you feel like has the landscape changed with the live coverage?
It certainly has in the past few years, and I would say for two main reasons. The first one is because, trail running is growing and there's more money in it, therefore more budgets. So that's probably reason number one. And having more budget, but it has to go hand in hand with better technology.
Yeah.
And now, like there are a few companies, not many, but a few that have basically nailed how to do live broadcasts in really harsh environment with very little reception. And I don't know, like for me, the world's best, hands down, because they've been doing it for way over 10 years with the biggest events. So they've basically learned along the way, and they developed both their software and their hardware. So the pack that the cam runners and mountain bikers carry are fully pieced together and designed and pieced together in their studio. It is Outdoor Sports Live. They're based in France, and they do like most of the UTMB World Series events and the Golden Trail Series events as well. So I think this is the only company that is broadcasting on actual TV channels like Eurosport.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it is a big step forward. And I think this is exciting for the sport, because last weekend I was doing the commentary for Ultra Trail Cape Town.
Cool.
And this place is mint. But if there was no live coverage, like people wouldn't know. But by seeing and basically having a POV of the runners across those beaches, mountains, scramble parks, like people watching this in the chat, they're like, holy moly, this is a beautiful place. And that certainly draws attention. Yeah.
Definitely would create some FOMO.
Yeah, it does.
What, like you doing it, the live coverage, is there a place that's given you the most FOMO that you're like, I've got to go back and run there?
Well, yes. And UTCT is one of them.
Yeah.
For sure. Same. They have a great team, and the course is just fantastic, and the community as well. So yeah, there's a lot of elements, but at the end of the day, I have to pick my battles, and I find a lot of joy and excitement, and also just like I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to live these events from the inside and share it with everyone, because like having the chance to bring forwards all these runners that are on camera, but also like bring light on, again, those light streaming companies, the camp runners, the mountain bikers, the drone pilots that are behind on the field providing those images. And it's funny, there was a conversation in the Single Track podcast in the US with Finn. They were revisiting the broadcast of UTCT, and they were like, man, that pass by Jeff Mugario on Dmitry Mitayev, really towards the end, and there was one cam runner on each of them, and so we had first-hand experience of that pass, which was legendary.
That's pretty epic.
The fact that, now these production are able to provide that kind of images and stoke, it's unprecedented.
And there's a lot that goes into it, right? Like, it's interesting hearing you talk about the hardware because, like, I guess I first got to witness a small part of it at UTA this year, being a major, and seeing, like, knowing the caliber. Like, they have to have a really high UTMB index, don't they, to be running?
Yeah. I mean, they all have the ability to be pro athletes, and some of them are actually.
Yeah.
Because as much as you feel like, they're leapfrogging each other and only doing sections, like when you think that they have to carry a pack that is, sure, it's getting lighter, but it's still about a kg and a half.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's better than what I anticipated.
I mean, for the ones that were at UTA, which is Outdoor Sports Life, then they have they carry the GoPro, and then they need to obviously keep up with the runners. Yeah. They are runners themselves, so they are always mindful of not getting in the way of the athletes. But last long enough so when they get through the aid station, they have the awareness of, oh shit, I need to drink a little bit. I need to eat myself as well. So it is a big job. Yeah. And as much as we've had quite a few people reaching out, it's like, oh yeah, can I be a camera runner? I was like,
good luck.
How fast do you run? Yeah. And can you keep up? And there's actually very few who can do the job properly. Yeah. Because if you can run fast, that's one thing. But again, like keeping the runners in the frame and then having the understanding of what the audience is watching.
Yeah, their perspective.
So then you're like, okay, I'm behind the runners, but then I'm going to look ahead and, there's some room on the side and there's actually a super nice view on the other side. So I'm going to pan, go to the side and have a bit of a traveling to like aside the runner. So there's a lot that comes into play. And now there's a team about like 10, 15 cam runners that I could like get the names of that are like really world class at it, and you can see it. Like the images are clear. It's moving around the runners. It's never bothering them. It's becoming a professional job.
Yeah, it's amazing how the sport is changing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just like me doing live commentary.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in 2013 the first time I did it at UTMB. Yeah. And at the time, they were like, oh, yeah, we want an English channel. Hey, dude, what do you have planned this weekend? And I'm like, I could make time. And and I was like, I had no idea. I had never done it before. No. But, you just get excited, talk about like what's going on. And at the time, literally nothing was going on because we didn't have camera runners. It was all fixed cameras and here and there. And
you're scrolling the app.
Oh, yeah. It was painful. And now the problem is almost the opposite. We have too much content. Yeah. So then it's like there's a different way of consuming that live broadcast. It's during ultras, people tune in and tune out depending on either when they can during the day or, for the big moments, the start, the finishes. And then there are the very short races like Golden Trail Series where, they're 2.5 hours. And because they're just so short and punchy, there's almost always something going on. And so people are just like watching a movie. They just sit down and they're glued to it from end to end.
So you're just going to talk double speed because you're like, so-and-so's past here and da-da-da.
Oh, yeah. Like people will tell me like, oh, yeah, when you do Golden Trails, like you spend like 2.5 hours doing the commentary. So it's not as hard. But
oh my goodness,
it's a very different pace. Yeah. Very different pace. And it's also like far more pushing the content, like, in a like basketball game or soccer game, where you're just constantly commenting the action, while in the ultras, it is far more open and it's interactive. We get the chat, everybody can get involved, asking us questions. So it's very two different ways to consume the live broadcast for the same sport.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I always enjoy hearing you, seeing you, and the energy that you bring. And I guess I can see lots of runners gathering, so we probably better get ready for our next lot of runners.
Yeah. Now we have the 30K runners and still quite a few waves.
Yeah.
And it's good. Hopefully the wind died down a little bit. And
and the sun's come out and warmed things up a little bit more.
That's it.
It's a bit chilly, but good running weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect running weather. And it's only going to get better with as the day progresses. So hopefully we'll see them all across the finish line in Threadbow.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for chatting, Martin. I feel like we are going to talk all day, but just not on mic.
Yes, we will. Well, thanks, Sally.
I am coming from Friday Flat, where the finish line is, and we've just had presentations for the 30 and the 50K races. And I'm joined by Belle, who listens to DCR. And
So
where are you
true.
from, Belle?
I'm from Sydney, from a place called Pitt Town.
Pitt Town.
Yes.
Pitt Town.
It's near Windsor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And which distance did you run this
I did the
weekend?
50K
Yeah.
for my 50th.
For your 50th?
Yes.
When is your 50th?
So it was in November, 10th of November.
10th of November. Oh,
Yeah.
so pretty, not long ago.
Yeah.
And this is how you celebrate?
Yeah, yes, with my beautiful friends. So
sweet.
5 of us came down for the event, and yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah.
And so now, are you here until Sunday?
No, we're just here
till
until
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, so we're here to cheer on some friends doing the 100 and the miler.
Are there going to be
So-
some, like, cake or wines or something later?
I know. We definitely we had all intentions of having some champagne last night, but we
Yeah.
were just so exhausted. It just didn't happen. So we
No.
ate pizza and went to sleep. But
Sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's like a birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it was a
lovely.
mini celebration with a celebration to come. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And so, but you didn't run with your friends, you ran separately?
We all ran it separately.
Oh, yeah?
We all trained well together and trained hard together and had a really fantastic journey with
That's
the
so fun.
16-week block.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were separate at some time, so we had you in our ears.
Did you?
when we were training.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
And what were the highlights of the run yesterday?
there's so many. I mean, it's just so picturesque and definitely running, like going across the snow and just stopping for a moment to take it all in the crazy wind.
It was very windy.
Yeah, I was a little bit of a sook coming back down. All the emotions.
Oh.
Yeah. So lots of tears flowing.
Was it? Oh, was it your first 50?
No, it was my second 50,
wow.
but yeah, it was so different to what I'd experienced last time.
Yeah.
So,
What was
yeah.
the 50 that you did before?
UTA 50.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it was lovely to come and just tick this one off.
And it's quite different terrain, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
What did
Yeah.
you think? Like the section from Perisher down to Threadbow Valley Trail, the TVT.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
It's just challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a big stuck at about 27 Ks.
Oh no.
So yeah,
But
it
you're
was
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It was just I mean, I think trail running is hard in the sense also that it's just so picturesque. It's just so stunning. So coming to somewhere like this for the first time and not being distracted by what was around us was really hard.
Yeah.
So have to come back and just come for a
Just for a
a
girls'
week
weekend.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go running.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool fun.
Yeah.
And then what's next? So are you guys going to keep trying to do more trips around going on running holidays, or what are you going to do?
That would be nice.
Trying to twist her arm to join me in the 100 at UTA.
Oh, so Belle's friend's trying to convince her to do the 100 at UTA.
We'll see.
And what do you think?
Yeah, we'll give it some thought. Yeah, I need to work on the self-doubt, Ellie.
Oh,
So, yeah.
well, you
I
know,
think-
you've done a 50, put them together.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's true. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You've got time.
It's definitely, I would love to do it one day. Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's just worth, I want to say grabbing it by the balls, but surely there's a better word. But, you know, like, there's if there's that thing that you want to do, then it's worth giving it a good crack.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely inspiring coming to somewhere like, you know, to one of these events and, you know, like just chatting just now with the gentleman that...
Martin?
Yeah, the gentleman that did the jog.
Oh, jog, yeah.
You know, in the 80s, he's 83 years old.
Yeah.
That's just incredible.
This is the thing, right? So, like, I think that's one of the things when it comes to that self-doubt and coming to these events and you go, actually, I'm hanging out at a finish line and I'm seeing this real range of people doing it.
Yeah.
Don't really give a crap what time it takes.
No.
It's just like they just get out there and give it a red hot crack. And there's not really barriers.
Yes.
So it's a dangerous place to hang out at a finish line, I reckon.
Agreed. 100%.
But a good place.
Yeah. No, it was really lovely to be here for that presentation today.
Yeah.
Like just to see, you know, it was, really special.
Yeah, I always think it's great to have that range of age groups presented because it's so important, right? Like that's what keeps people in the sport. We don't expect the same results.
Yep.
But it's nice to acknowledge those people that are,
absolutely.
out there doing it.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Aww,
yeah.
cool. Oh,
yeah.
well,
All the
lovely
feels.
to meet you girls, and I'm excited. I'll see you at the start line.
We're so excited to meet you.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I'm joined now by my great mate, Lucy Bartholomew. Second place in the 50K yesterday, Lucy. I know you were like, oh, it's not really the distance I'm used to. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was everything that I wanted. It was definitely just on the gas the whole time kind of race. The women's race was just so tight, and that's what I wanted, was a really dynamic, super close and just kind of unrelenting, and that's what it felt like. It just felt there was pressure from in front, pressure from behind, people in front, and it just was really challenged me in the things that I'm not super comfortable with, and I found some comfort in that out there.
What are you not super comfortable with?
Running that fast. There were so many times I was like, is this sustainable? And I was like, question mark, question mark, question mark. And, you know, sometimes I had to ease off, and also just like trying to fuel at that intensity, like just those kind of things. Usually if I struggle to eat, I'll just slow down to a walk, and there was just no time to do that. So it was like, you know, rip open the gel and just slug that thing down.
And you didn't feel like any unsettled in the tummy? It was all okay?
It was okay. I think the conditions being cooler, it was friendly.
Yeah, okay.
And on the nutrition front, I definitely fell behind in what my like A plan was.
Okay.
But it's definitely like well a step up from what I've normally done and what I would usually do in this kind of situation.
Yeah. Like, I think historically you're always like, I never felt enough. Is that right? Like, early days.
Yeah, it was like I just, you know, run on the good vibes and the fresh air, you know, and got away with it. But now with the women's racing in the fields and the intensity, you've got to keep up or drop off. And so it's really cool to be learning again still.
That's the cool thing about the sport though, right? Like there's always learning to be had, no matter how long you've been in it.
Yeah, I was saying to some people at the start line yesterday, it just feels like I feel like a student going to school when I come and run in these races and in the mountains. And it's just, you know, you don't always win, but you can always learn. And there's something to take away from everything. And I learned a lot about myself and what worked, what didn't, nutrition, pacing, the way I packed my pack. Like I just did little things differently just to see what I might take forward and what I might leave behind.
Uh-huh. So this does seem to be like a bit of a change of tack. Like you've been doing some pretty short, spicy races lately, like really throwing down in the local scene. What's the method behind that madness?
Yeah, I just came home from UTMB and overseas and felt like usually I come home and it's that post-race, post-big race, feels like the season's done kind of feeling, and I just really kind of take my foot off. But this time I just felt this really big motivation to do stuff that put myself out there and get back into the Australian scene and race distances that don't break me. They're not as long. Mm-hmm. They're kind of training distance hours and kilometres. And yeah, I just, with the fields that have been assembling from international athletes and local, I thought what better way to get better at something I'm not very good at.
You're pretty good at it, Lucy.
It's not my forte. If you were to ask people, they would say 100K, 100 miles.
Yeah.
And also I think I really wanted to, when I put on a bib, sometimes I'm my worst enemy with it, is that I put so much pressure on it because I don't put a bib on all the time for these long races. So I think just that exposure therapy of putting bibs on constantly, showing out regardless of where I am in my cycle, how I'm feeling, where I'm at in training, and just lining up and rolling the dice and realizing that you pop out the other end, good or bad. And there's kind of like the difference between a race day and a training day is a bib and some company and tables of snacks.
True, yes, that for you. That's one of the bonuses, right? And maybe that extra little carrot dangling of having somebody in front of you or someone behind you that you're like, oh, actually.
Oh, in every race I've done, I feel like I've exceeded my, what I thought I could do. And I think that's because of the people that I've been lining up with. So I owe them, the competitors and the women out there and the men as well, that have kind of like pulled me through and lifted me. Rising tide lifts all ships. Yeah. So it's been cool to see that in the Aussie scene.
So what's on the cards for you for the next year then?
Well, it's all kind of, it's lottery season. So next weekend is when we find out for Western States and Hard Rock.
Okay.
So the two lotteries.
You're in for both of them?
I'm in for both of them, 4 years in both.
Okay.
And
do you have one that you're like, I want to get in there more?
Oh, gosh. No, I don't really. I kind of feel very just at peace with whatever comes my way is what's meant to be. And because of those question marks around those races, I found it hard to commit to the next thing until I know that. Mm-hmm. Those lotteries will put a line through things and it will, in my mind map of ideas, it'll shoot me in a direction. So if none of those are lucky enough, then it will be to try my luck at a golden ticket at Tarawera and get on that rabbit chase again.
Fun. And I love that about Tarawera is that we see that real ding-dong showdown, like, from people all over that are like, give me that golden ticket.
Yeah, and it's a course that just like anyone can come out of the woodwork for it. Yeah. It's, it's a hard and fast course, but it's still 100 Ks. I learned that last year. It can be 100 Ks is a long way. And it takes a well-rounded athlete that nutrition's well, that paces well, has a good mindset, has a healthy body. And I'm excited to line those jigsaw pieces up come February.
Well, I think we've got a pretty sharp Lucy at the moment by the looks of things from what happened yesterday. So I'm excited to see what happens in February.
Mostly I'm coming to see Ali, Carey and Sebastian. Let's be real.
He hasn't seen you yet and he's excited. He was like practicing his cheers for Lucy yesterday. Go, Lucy, go. And watching old videos of him cheering for you at races. So, yeah, I think we better have a Sebastian catch up.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's got till February to get that nail.
Yeah. He's thrown. We actually play a game at home where he has the cowbell and I'll run around this like loop in our house and he'll cheer for me and then we'll swap over and we'll practice our running races. So,
I think we're putting too much emphasis on training for the running. We need to practice the cheering element as well. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll practice. And maybe the sign game here has been strong. So maybe
super strong.
He's not amazing yet with his writing, but we can try and work on a sign game.
Yeah, well, I might get Dad to practice his cheering in my house as well. I'll run around and he can let out some cheering.
Will he come over for Tarawera?
I was thinking that after yesterday, I was like, I think I'd really like him there. So it'd be cool to get him back as well and have all my families come together.
Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah, that'll be cool. Well, thank you, Lucy. It's always a pleasure chatting with you, and I'm looking forward to getting a bit more time with you in February.
Hell yeah.
So look, we are all going to be in the South Island next week. Andrew's going to be at Kosci. No, he's not. He's going to be at Kepler. I've got Kosci on the brain. He's going to be at Kepler, doing a live show there.
Hopefully. Better get organised.
You better get organised. We're organised. They'll be organised. It's the Kepler way. It's going to happen. But you're going to be subbing in with Grant Guys. And Ali and I are going to be in Nelson at the Spectacle. So if you are at either of those races, come say hi, give us a high five, hang out. We love chatting with people who listen to Dirt Church Radio and people who are stoked on trail running and what we bring. So, yeah, we're going to be... Andrew's running Kepler. Ali and I are in the mic, so just come say hi. It's going to be incredible. But Dirt Church Radio is presented by me, Matt Raymond.
Me, Ali Pottinger.
And me, Andrew McDowell.
We're on all the podcast platforms, so like, follow, and give us a rating. It really helps. We're on social media at Dirt Church Radio, or you can email us at dirtchurchradio@gmail.com. Going off script, please, please, please send in your greatest run ever. And while you're there, don't forget to sign up to our Substack for a weekly newsletter and the Aid Station podcast. Thanks to our supporters Further Faster, That's It Squadron, and our Substack subscribers in the DCR Aid Station crew. Stay tuned for our show in 2 weeks when we're going to have a South Island special coming at you. It's going to be about 8 hours long. It's going to be the Joe Rogan of trail running podcast.
Please don't align ourselves with Joe Rogan. It's going to be an extravaganza.
But good. Mā te wā.